Good evening, pals and gals. It is I, your mandated reporter, and frankly, I'm mortified, Mr. Mark Radulich, and this is a TV Party Tonight Extra. We are doing a live audio commentary track over one of my favorite comedies of all time, Monty Python and the Holy Grail. But we're not just doing it for shits and giggles. We have a purpose. This, you might say, is about an intervention, a therapy, a class, if you will. Someone's about to get their edumacation on. And that someone is the disapproving dad. No, not you, Eddie. Is the disapproving dad.
And apparently that someone is the corgi who is just all of a sudden deciding he wants attention. Sorry, guys.
and that person, of course, is the disapproving dad, Jesse Starcher, Mr. Conspiracy. How you doing, sir?
Oh, man. Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Well, now, I've watched one episode of The Flying Circus, so I think I'm ready for the movie now.
Now, it is my understanding that you are from Moscow, and you have and you are new to America, and you have not seen American culture. Is this true?
Apparently, according to you.
That's fantastic, Eddie. Thank you.
Eddie agrees.
So, yes. So, a long-running gag, just to get to the point, a long-running gag here on the Radulich and Broadcasting Network is Jesse don't know nothing. He ain't seen nothing. He don't know nothing. And we all reference, various movies that many people have seen, and Jesse goes, "What is this for? What is this movie you're referring to? I'm from Russia, where we don't have moving pictures." So.
Hey, to be fair, I am playing the listener out there that may not understand what's going on. So to get an explanation to a reference is not just work for you, sir. You are doing a service to our listeners. How's that?
That's right.
Okay.
So,
how selfless of you.
So this is the first time Jesse will have ever seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Now, that person you hear trying to wrangle a corgi in the background, possibly strangle, we don't know. She's nuts about corgi butts, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Lord and Overseer of Honeysuckle Rose Creations. If you want jewelry made from nonsense for your, that represents comic books and other geek chic, she's the lady to ask for. It's Alexis Hejna. How do you do, madam?
Doing good. I will be playing fetch with a certain corgi tonight, as well as watching this to make sure he quits interrupting. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Eddie the interrupting corgi.
Where is your husband?
Decided that we need to play.
Listen, my wife took my son into another room. She's playing fetch with him. It's fine. Where is your husband to play fetch with the dog? That's what I want to know.
That's a good question. I don't know where my husband is.
Did you leave him in the car?
I wonder if he's got enough air.
Roll down the window just a little bit. Give him a crack.
All right.
Question. Backseat or trunk?
Ah.
Okay, let's get started here. We have a 2-hour movie ahead of us. And Jesse's never seen it before. He's going to see it now. This is a happening, folks. For the first time ever, you are going to bear witness to somebody watching Monty Python and the Holy Grail for the first time. We hope he enjoys it as much as we have. We know that those from the Soviet Union are different from here in America, so we don't know if the humor matches. But we'll see what we can do for Jesse. Okay?
When did the Soviet Union reclaim power?
I don't know. You have to ask Jesse. It's his country.
We just got the picture shows. Sounded more Italian.
All right.
All I want to do now is pull up that YouTube video that has the history of Russia set to Tetris music.
Oh, beautiful.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
I am the man who assembles the blocks that continue to fall from up above.
There we go.
How many times have you seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail, Alexis?
Like I said, I've been watching Monty Python's. Let me put it this way. I believe it was sophomore year English high school. we were studying Arthurian legends, as you do in that period of school. And my teacher was asking for recommendations for a movie for us to watch to study about King Arthur. Obviously, we're talking like that Sean Connery film or that Sam Neill miniseries about Merlin or something. And someone in the back, just kind of being a jackass, shouts Monty Python and the Holy Grail. And the teacher looks up and goes, "Oh, is that actually about King Arthur? I've never seen it." The entire class freezes.
That was my dad.
Yeah, the entire class freezes. And we're like, wait, is she serious? Do we push this? We pushed it. The teacher brought in Monty Python and the Holy Grail. To this day, I have no idea if the teacher actually was serious and we fooled her, or if she just trolled the living hell out of us.
Good
we
one.
got to watch Monty Python and the Holy Grail in sophomore English.
All right. Well, that's as good as intro as any. 3, 2, 1, press play. Everyone ready?
I'm ready.
Ready?
3, 2, 1, press play.
Okay. So you said you didn't know who Michael White was, huh?
I believe he was on Family Matters.
I believe you're wrong, sir. All right. Oh, all right. Yeah, I might want to turn this down just a tiny little bit.
I just had to turn it up a little bit. I forgot how quiet this intro music is.
Okay, why am I getting
Speak up,
two
Melissa.
subtitles?
I can't hear you.
Your subtitles are in German.
No, you know what? I'm getting the same thing. I'm
Okay,
wondering
Jesse's
if
saying
that's
he's-
actually on.
Yeah, Jesse's getting the same thing.
I think that's
So it must be a
Swedish.
joke.
That might be part of the gimmick here. We'll soon find out.
Is.
Okay, yeah.
It is. Again, I think,
It's
isn't that Swedish? Because I'm pretty sure the Germans don't write an O with that slash through it.
That might be Swedish.
I'm
like
exhausted from nurturing
Welsh.
this child.
Oh, see, Swedish.
bad.
I was right.
Well, I would like to. I would like actually a translation of what's being said on the bottom because I bet it's some kind of inside joke.
Well, that last part is, why don't you come to Sweden this year?
Okay.
You get it? See? This whole thing's been in Swedish so far. They're trying to subconsciously get you to vacation in Sweden.
Oh, this is a joke?
Yes.
The wonderful telephone system.
I think I might be like a second ahead of you guys.
Many
The
interesting. Okay.
furry animals.
This feels like I'm watching the end of the movie already. Like I'm at the credits.
There's something about we have a letter from Nixon here. The majestic moose. This movie works on many levels.
A moose once bit my sister. Okay.
No, really. She was carving her initials on the moose with the sharpened end of an
There's no way you can read all that.
Hence why they cut to this.
Oh.
We apologize for the fault in
wah.
the subtitles. Those responsible have been sacked. Well, good.
What?
More about mooses. We apologize again for the fault in the subtitles. Those responsible for sacking the people who have just been sacked have been sacked.
Been sacked.
It's sack inception, Jesse.
The moose trained by YouTube border.
You see, now all I want to do is watch Invader Zim and just channel a room with a moose. Have you guys seen Invader Zim?
I've been told
it's been
they
a
should.
while.
No, Jesse hasn't seen anything.
Oh, no, that's right. This is the first ever actually picture show I've ever had the chance
Who's
to watch.
trained to make concrete and sign complicated insurance forms?
Suggestive poses for the moose suggested by.
Antler care. You gotta wonder, obviously there's some... Here we go.
All right.
I am reading this to myself.
Yeah, no, please, stammer again. I want to hear you get halfway through it and stop. All right. Wow. Seizure time. Okay.
Someone else said it before I could.
That's rough.
30,000 battery llamas from Llama Fresh Farms.
142 Mexican whooping llamas.
Oh, and Terry Gilliam and Terry Jones.
This beginning credit scene is an hour and a half long.
Okay, I was going to say it's
England.
movie's an hour and a half.
932 E2.
AD.
I always wondered why the 2 was smaller. I remember being a kid thinking, so is it like 93 squared? I think I was overthinking it.
Side note, Alexis. Hey, just real quick. I just saw a thing on Kingdom Hearts today, and the crazy-ass titles that those games have. Speaking of numbers, I don't know if you're a Kingdom Hearts fan or not, but
Yeah, very
oh
much.
my gosh. The Angry Video Game Nerd did something on it.
All right.
And what the hell? Oh,
He's riding
the
a horse,
coconuts.
Jesse.
Okay.
Yes. How many
This
times?
is literally you see, this is literally what you call making the low budget work for us, aka the shark point of view. You guys are familiar with the whole story with Jaws, how they did the shark point of view because they couldn't, because the stupid animatronic shark kept breaking down.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So so you call it the shark point of view when it's a budget concern or something totally falling apart. So you make it work for you in an even more ingenious way.
So, Jesse, what's happening here is that Arthur is running about England trying to gather knights for his round table, and he comes upon this castle, which is housing Frenchmen. They are nonplussed.
No. Frenchmen aren't here yet. We're not Frenchmen yet. No, this is the swallow guys.
Oh, right. Okay.
That sounded worse than it probably is.
Jesse, how many times?
Where did you get the coconuts?
Jesse, how many times in your life has anyone referenced the coconuts clacking together as horses?
Just last week, as a matter of fact, I was telling a buddy of mine that I was going to be doing something on Friday, and this was the first thing that he brought up, was these coconuts being brought together. I like a horse. But as for other things, I think I've seen it in other, like cartoons maybe, or something. Mm-hmm. I swear.
Have you guys ever actually tried having a coconut so you could do the horse sound?
Not me, no.
A girlfriend and I tried in college. The coconut husk was very brittle and it kept breaking. We kept trying to tape it back together and we failed.
And did it sound good at all?
Until
anything like that?
Before the first time it shattered, yes.
Okay.
Coconut husks are not that strong. I think you have to varnish them or something to keep them from cracking, or maybe we just had the crappiest coconut.
For a while, my son had a pet coconut until the thing rotted. And then he insisted on keeping it. Like, no, you can't keep a rotting coconut in your room. So we got him a book, and it was about Bob the Coconut, and Bob the Coconut came with a little stuffed animal coconut.
Ah,
so is Pet Coconut a step down from Pet Rock?
I mean, I don't remember where the whole thing with the coconut came from, but he was 3 or 4 at the time, and really we're gonna he can have a pet coconut if he wants one.
Oh, this has heavily been referenced.
Yes, now we're up to Bring Out Your Dead.
Bring out your dead.
We've moved past airspeed velocity math, and we're into the Black Plague.
I'm not dead. Put me back in bed.
What the hell are these people? Why are they wrestling? They just can't stand?
They have the bubonic plague.
Yeah. I think it's just to show everything sucks.
It's nobody stands straight up in this.
They're sick. They're sick and they're dying. They're in pain.
Oh.
They don't have Medicaid.
It's medieval England. Everyone was sick and dying.
This is before universal health care.
Got it. Bring out your dead.
Did you notice the lady beating the cat in the background?
Is that a cat?
Yeah. You didn't hear my
I thought that was a rug.
Nope. She's
Oh
beating
my
the cat.
gosh.
Of course.
You're going to throw this poor live guy on the pile.
I don't want to go in a cart. I love the negotiating around this guy's life. We used to do this all the time. I feel happy. I feel happy. There it is.
Oh,
what do you think's a better reference for what do you think's a better reference for Not Quite Dead Yet? This or Princess Bride? There's a difference between half dead and full dead.
Oh, this. He's not all the way dead. Here we go. Now, Jesse, are you prepared for a political lesson? Because you're about to get one.
Oh boy. People just taking sticks and digging into the earth.
Well, they're setting up. They're trying to plant seeds. See, so they're
okay.
Actually, that was breaking up frozen ground.
All right. Why? Were they planting stuff or?
They got to eat at some point. The Walmart's closed.
Oh, thanks.
I think they were either doing that or they were trying to dig up roots.
So
yeah, it kind of reminds me of that scene in the Frankenstein movie when they were having trouble digging up the turnips and potatoes and stuff in the frozen ground.
sorry, I'm sitting here reading and also at the same time just marveling at the fact this dude's still doing the coconuts.
Well, he's still on the horse.
Voice of the 99%, folks.
What?
I'm Arthur, King of the Britons. Whose castle is that? You are all Britons, and I am your king. Didn't know we had a king. They're going to start arguing now over what kind of
nice.
government they have.
Oh, this shit still continues today, probably.
Yeah, this is Facebook in 1932. In 932.
492 AD.
What was it? An anarcho-communist? Something or other?
Something like that. It actually makes you wonder if a government like this could actually work.
No. No, couldn't.
Well, it's got to work better than what we've got.
Oh, see, it's working fine. He put the government somewhat back to work today. See, everything's going according to plan.
Oh, dear. Please do not let this turn into that fucking type of...
No. We're having fun.
Just stack your mud there. Continue to stack the mud. Okay. I have yet to see them go on an actual plant.
I like how they did deconstruct the Lady of the Lake.
Strange women lying in ponds, 2020.
You can't expect to some watery tart threw his sword at you.
They put me away. Again, if I'm a few seconds ahead of you guys, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Now we see the violence inherent in the system. Help, I'm being repressed.
Being repressed.
I can't tell you how many times in my life I've said that.
Help, I'm being repressed, or bloody peasant.
No. Well, both. But more so, I was more referring to help, I'm being repressed. What do you think so far, Jesse?
They had a long political conversation with a guy who's riding around on nothing and a dude following him with coconuts.
He's on a horse.
Here's the interesting thing. With the exception, those two guys at the beginning who were saying, "Yo, using coconuts," they're the only ones who acknowledge through this whole movie that there's no horse.
Oh, okay. Oh, this guy looks familiar from a lot of GIFs that I've seen.
Yes.
No kidding.
Including one you sent earlier.
Pretty sure I saw a reenactment of this at the last Ren Fair. Pretty sure I've seen a reenactment of this at every Ren Fair.
Jonas, come here.
Damn. We got fighting. We got action here, Jonas.
Jonas, come here.
Nice.
My 4-year-old son has to see this scene. Come watch the scene with me. This is the Black Knight.
Come see the violence inherited in the system.
The Black Knight.
No, not the Black Guy. The Black Knight.
Oh, dude!
Did the Black Knight win?
Yeah, the Black Knight just threw his sword into the other guy's face.
Dude!
No, you gotta watch him fight King Arthur. Now, Jonas, what you don't know is that he's on an invisible horse.
Hmm.
We'll find out, won't we? But Jonas wants to know who's going to win. He's very interested in the conclusion of this match.
We're not going to spoil it.
I know who's going to win, Daddy.
Who's going to win, Jonas?
Ting off.
We'll see.
Probably going to Ting.
The Black Knight is not saying a thing, is he?
No. He's like the
Give it a
He's
second.
silent.
He's like the Undertaker. None shall
Uh-oh.
pass.
I was going to say more Gandalf, but sure.
None shall... Well, Gandalf is a wordy motherfucker.
Wait, which one?
And this guy's not?
Not at the moment. He's more Undertaker than he is Gandalf. I move for no man.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. All right, rock and roll, baby.
Yo, Ting off. You're going to win.
My son's rooting for King Arthur, which is weird because he normally roots for the heel. Or bearded fat guys. He's got
Oh, that gong when he hits the helmet.
Here we go. Here comes. Boom! Off comes the arm. Now stand aside. Tis but a scratch.
Quentin
Your
Tarantino
arms off.
he had gushing blood like this.
Jonas is very confused right now because, like, shouldn't he be dead? Like, nope. He just lost an arm. He can still go.
Oh, jeez.
Jonas is like, what the hell, man?
Why are you still alive?
He only lost his arms, Jonas. He can still he hasn't bled out yet. He's the Black Knight, you see.
Just a flesh wound.
His legs off.
Jonas is wondering if he's going to cut his legs off.
Oh, there he goes.
And he's apparently rooting for the Black Knight.
Bye, Leggy.
I'm invincible.
You're
a
a loony.
Get down. You're going to be dead.
Oh.
There it is.
Gosh.
He's still alive.
And he's not showing an ounce of pain.
All right, we'll call it a draw.
Called it. Oh.
Maybe Ting off and wins.
All right, Jonas, you can go back to bed.
Phew. And what me?
Felt like my son needed to see that cultural event.
Hang on a second. I think my corgi's about to bite my legs off.
No, we see some monks, Jesse. You ever do that? You ever chant in Latin and hit yourself in the head?
Oh, wow.
Wasn't that part of the curriculum if you went to Catholic school?
I'm not gonna lie, I've done this. I've walked around, babbled something incomprehensible, and then hit myself in the head with whatever I was holding.
Oh.
In your bathrobe, of course.
Well, not at work. I wasn't wearing a bathrobe. They'd lock me up if I did that. All right. Now we have a witch trial going on.
Look what he's doing. Look what he's doing to the bird.
Why was he doing that?
Because they want to know where
if a 5-ounce bird can carry a 1-pound coconut.
It goes back to the
That was
beginning
important.
of the movie.
Important
Yes.
to the narrative, apparently. Okay.
It's what the whole movie starts with. They tied a carrot to her face.
This is either John Cleese's. I can't remember. She was married to John. The woman playing the witch was married to John Cleese. I can't remember if they're divorced now or not, but that was his wife at the time of filming. So there's John Cleese there, basically calling for them to burn his wife.
What I love is, like, Eric Idle's been in a few different scenes now, and he's leading the witch pack. Eric Idle has a lot of great bits in this. Like, he's not necessarily the lead in any scene, but he plays a great peasant.
That's actually part of the fun of watching this as you get older. It's 6 guys playing all these roles over and over again. As you get older, you start to realize, oh, that's the same guy who played the Black Knight.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the same guy who played Dennis with the mud.
What do we do with witches? Burn them! This is the greatest example of specious logic I've ever seen.
As they all figure it out.
The scythe.
So are you getting this so far? Witches are made of wood.
Witches are made of wood. All right.
Because they burn, so that's logic.
And so they've suggested making a bridge out of her. But if she floats like wood, then she's a witch.
This guy always lifting his fucking visor up and down. It's like the worst visor ever. Like, I honestly think the bars in that visor would cover his eyes. That's funny.
So, what they figured out is that wood floats, ducks float. Ducks must weigh the same as wood. Therefore, if she weighs as much as a duck,
what is doing back there, pounding his fist into his hand like that? It looks so bizarre.
So they figured out that if she weighs as much as a duck, then she's a witch.
Why did they even have to do that when they were going to do this in the first place?
Do
They were
what?
going to burn him. They had to go through that whole thing to figure out if she was a witch.
Well, they're not savages.
Oh, okay. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh. There we go. Burner, she's a witch.
So did you see how the scales were clearly weighted down so that it would work out against her? Did you get that? I want to make sure you get all the jokes, Jesse.
Thanks, Mark. That's why I'm watching this with you, buddy. So I don't miss a damn thing.
Nope. I'm going to point out everything to you.
Oh, so we're bringing this guy, huh?
Yep. He
All
found
right.
his. Well, he's had a few strikes now, and he finally finds his first night.
Oh, hang on, we got exposition.
The book of the film.
Sir Robin, not quite as brave as Lancelot, who had nearly fought the dragon. God.
Personally wet himself.
And so not appearing in this film.
In this film.
What was that?
Jesse, there's a little thing that we're going to teach you here. 2 words. Don't ask.
Oh, wait a second.
So I like how the first 20 minutes of this film, he gets nobody, then he gets one person, and they immediately skip to everybody.
Yeah, I was going to say there's like a whole gang of them now.
All right, Jesse,
All
here we
on the cutting
go.
room floor.
Let us ride to Camelot. Here we go.
Okay. All right. I've got the subtitles on so I can find out if that's exactly what is being said.
Nobody wants to talk. We all love this music video.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I could sing along to this. This is great.
Oh, I could too.
We sing.
Oh. Got it.
I love the extras who all get like kicked in this as they're dancing
Yeah, I was
around.
supposed to say, stay out from in front of the fucking dancing knights.
Between our
Different day.
and impersonate Clark Gable. There, I like to push the pram a lot.
I have to push. What the hell is a pram?
Like
We've-
a like a stroller for kids, for babies, I think.
Okay, all right. I did not realize that was even a word. And they're all. Oh my gosh.
So yeah, they've decided not to go to Camelot because it's a silly place.
It's still a place.
And here they're going.
It's Harry Gillis.
And here they're going to receive their quest now that he has his knights. And this is where the plot thickens, Jesse.
Oh my!
Sorry, this. Forgive me that. By the way, that's God. That's talking to them.
I think I actually quoted that whole "those miserable psalms are so depressing." I think I quoted that to my parents once in church. But I was raised Episcopalian, so.
This is the Holy Grail. Not quite what it looks like in The Last Crusade, though, does it?
No, not exactly.
Now, that looks. I was saying Last Crusade. That looks like the one that killed the Nazi.
Yep. That's some hot special effects, huh? Yeah. All right, and after.
Oh no! What the hell?
Are you having a problem with the horn in the butt? You ever play?
Well.
You ever play a horn with it?
That's a butt trumpet.
That is a butt trumpet. All right, and after about 30 minutes, we finally have our title, The Quest for the Holy Grail.
For the longest time, I thought this movie was called Monty Python and the Quest for the Holy Grail. I think someone when I was a kid called it that, and it just kind of stuck in my head.
Of all the films, of all the Monty Python feature movies, this is easily my favorite. Like, the other ones don't quite work as well for me. Life of Brian's okay. I'm not crazy about The Meaning of Life.
Oh, everyone says this is the best.
Yeah. What are you thinking so far, Jesse?
Oh, it's funny. British humor at its best.
As a Russian, do you...
It's a Russian.
or what is your opinion on British humor?
I can enjoy some British humor every once in a while.
Okay.
Early or mid 70s British humor is definitely different from what I was raised on, so
Damn it.
it's goofy and it's absurd.
Mm.
That's what's fun about it.
So this is the French castle.
Yeah, here's the Frenchman.
I don't think he'll be very keen. He's already got one.
It's very nice.
But just snickering Frenchman. Of course not. You are English types. Why do you think I have this outrageous accent? I have said that multiple times.
You quoted the hell out of this movie.
I really
Jeez.
have. This makes up at least a third of my humor. Go boil your bottoms.
I think this is the speech I've quoted the most.
I gave him the raspberry. Only one man would give me the raspberry. Lone Star.
Nice.
I don't want to talk to you no more. I say that to the inmates at the jail.
Oh,
Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelt of elderberries.
I hope people listening to this are enjoying us quote the movie.
I told you this is what it was going to be. You guys reciting the movie to me.
Yeah, I warned you guys on our last shows. Like, this is what Monty Python is at the live shows. Everyone's just, quote, reading along with the script.
What do you think's going to happen with that cow, Jesse?
Oh, shit.
Here comes PETA's worst nightmare.
Oh, jeez. Rosie farm animals.
Here Here's the thing I love, that Lancelot's stabbing every single animal that comes
I was
out.
going to say there's no soldiers down there. It's just these animals are already dead.
Poor Patsy. So, the smart one, Sir Belvedere, he has a plan, Jesse.
Well, he is obviously the wisest of them all. We saw why earlier.
Yes. So,
Okay.
so they want to get into the castle so they can defeat the Frenchmen. They have to get in, but they can't just storm the gates because they got cows launched at them. So they have to use subterfuge.
I want to know what the discussion was like to come up with these sound effects for the background here.
Sorry, I have the subtitles on, so that there's not a lot of sound interference. So I laugh every time I see metallic noises.
Yeah, cat snarls.
Be like a Trojan horse.
Yep.
Trojan bunny.
Okay.
Looks more like a chicken.
No, that's a bunny.
They got back there pretty quick.
Now we all know the story. We all know the story of the Trojan horse, right? What really makes it work is they have to be inside the Trojan horse.
You have to get inside, yes. Allons-y.
Indistinct muttering.
So, okay.
I think how you're trying to do the math on this. Well, no.
They did not vocalize the plan.
Then we leap out of the rabbit and take the French by surprise.
Yeah, like, I love when you say this, the looks on all the other knights' faces. They're like, wait a minute, there's something wrong here. And we face palm.
What if we large wooden badger?
Oh, shit.
There it goes. Run away.
Oh, this poor guy again. Oh,
Kaboom.
jeez.
Jesse, here we have a problem with time travel.
I almost thought that was fucking Emmett Brown there for a second.
No, this is called, we don't know how to do a transition, make something up.
So now the knights are going to go their separate ways.
What was that about? Why did that happen?
It's a very
Why did
violent
that happen?
movie.
Jesse, what were the 2 words?
Like, they just, like, out of the blue, here comes the knight, slice that dude's neck.
Well, he didn't belong there. Brave, brave Sir Robin, brave Sir Robin. Here we go. He's so satisfied with himself, too.
Well, the guy who played the minstrel here, actually, Neil Ines, I think is his last name. He wrote all the songs for the movie. He was the main songwriter for Monty Python for years.
Glad we have 3 signs that tell us that Camelot's 43 miles away.
Anyone notice the chicken on the shield?
Oh, yep.
Good stuff. His limbs,
Beware. Okay, all right.
his head smashed in and his heart cut out, his liver removed and his bowels unplugged, his nostrils raped, his bottom burnt off, and his penis. All right.
Like, perfect time to cut. Again, there's Eric Idle.
Oh, these guys again? Oh,
They're
just passing
showing
by.
up
Okay.
at random times. I love it.
You see the guys fucking bolted into the tree.
Yeah, they're like, skewered.
To fight and shut up.
Minstrel looks so disappointed.
He was talking to a three-headed knight here.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
We have some interfighting here amongst them. Oh, stop bitching. Let's kill him first and then have tea and biscuits.
Let's kill him anyway.
I almost got them confused with the Knights You Say Knee, but that's different. That's a different scene.
That's later in the movie, much later.
I didn't run away.
The Robin turned about with gambling, he chickened out.
Just in case a sign falls off, we've got 3 of them everywhere. Well, there's one thing I've learned. Oh, the monks.
I love Terry Gilliam's animations.
Don't ask.
Yes, good, you're learning. Learning has occurred.
The Tale of Sir Galahad. Get your hand off his ass.
Oh, if you don't like that,
I
you're
thought
not...
for a second you were saying that to your kids.
No. Oh boy, this looks rough.
Oh, you don't even know what's gonna happen next.
My
buddy.
man's having some trouble.
For what it's worth, they actually do a really good job setting up shots like this. You know, even though you know it's a comedy, you legit feel like all the bramble and the smoke and everything, and
Yeah.
It's very well shot.
There it is.
Like an M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Shamalama ding dong.
You guys just couldn't avoid putting that in, could you?
Nope.
It's as inevitable as an Eddie Park.
So Sir Galahad has seen a vision of the Holy Grail, and he thinks it's in this castle.
If I remember correctly, I think they said they used a couple of different castles for the external scenes, but the close-ups and internal scenes, I think they said were all done in one main location, one castle.
Mm-hmm.
They probably couldn't afford to keep switching it around.
I'd figure it's...
And really, once you've seen one castle, you've seen them all.
Well, you shoot them in different angles and stuff, and there's different rooms and stuff. You can, as long as you don't use too wide a shot, you really can't tell.
So this is the Castle Anthrax, Jesse, home of thrash metal.
They never do explain why it's called Castle Anthrax.
So you know how I talked about nude nuns with big guns on the Source Material podcast, Jesse?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, these are the predecessors.
Oh, okay. Got it. I like their names.
Midget and Crapper.
I think one was Zoot. Is that the one we're talking
Yes.
to right here? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I know what that
Galahad the
means.
Chase, yes. Mine is Zoot, just Zoot. So essentially he's walked into a whorehouse. of
Yeah.
sorts. See, what's funny here, Jesse, is that they're all coming on to him, and he's the chased. Get
He's
it?
the chased. I do.
Yeah,
get that.
exactly. It's like, it's like they're coming on to him and they get the one freaking virgin.
Did you catch all that exposition she just told them about? Bathing, dressing, undressing, making exciting underwear. All between the ages of 16 and 19.
All blondes and brunettes.
A little young to be doctors, no?
Dr.
The
Piglet.
Piglet and Dr. Winston. I am sworn to chastity. Torment me no longer. I have seen the Grail.
Chastity's overrated.
Well, he
There
walked
we go.
into the wrong room.
Yeah, he did.
Ain't gonna be no Sir Galahad the Chaste after the next couple hours here.
So funny. It looks like the Bugs Bunny cartoon where the guy looks at the other one and he turns into a hot dog.
And all of the onions. Yeah, I love that one.
What
These
in
are
the
gr-
why?
These
Why?
are great names. I am Zeus' identical twin sister, Dingo.
Here is Castle Anthrax, and here's everything that you want to know about it, but we're not going to tell you. Okay, Zoot, all these crazy names.
So, Zoot tricked him into coming to the castle by showing a grail in the sky, and they all must be punished, Jesse. You get it?
Evil Zoot. Oh, this does have the cutscene. Yeah, Jesse, here's the thing. For years on videotapes and stuff, this scene was not included in the movie.
Oh, really?
Really. They added it later on so you could actually joke about the scene getting cut.
Wicked, wicked Zoot.
I have seen so many YouTube reviewers who have included that scene of God shouting, "Get on with it!"
We must tie her to the bed and spank her.
You must spank her well.
And then spank me.
Just give us all a good spanking!
This guy has no clue. What in the hell?
And then, of course, after a good spanking, you have to have the oral sex.
Oh, this guy shows up.
It's her cock block. He was just starting to come around. He tackled the lot single-handed.
Yes, let him tackle us single-handedly. I can handle this.
I can defeat them. There's only 150 of them. Look,
you
let
were
me
in-
go back in there and face the
That
peril.
close.
My duty's tonight to sample as much peril as I can. Can I have a little bit of peril?
No, it's unhealthy. I bet you're gay. No, I'm not.
No, I'm not. Again, we're just repeating the fucking script.
So I have to wonder now if there's a Brazzers version where Galahad didn't get there, where the other one doesn't get there in time, and he does sample all the peril.
I'm pretty sure there's at least like 10 pornos that start off with that exact plot.
Well, if no one's done to get on it, Brazzers, we want to see the scene where Sir Galahad the Chaste gives into the peril. Something happened to the narrator. I'm not sure what.
this guy looks lovely.
He knows of a cave which no man has entered.
Of course, we can't just make this an easy cut and dry thing. It's all got to be in riddles.
No one's telling you where the Grail is. It's not going to say it's directly there. Everything has to be a mystery encased in a riddle.
Actually, they kind of like that reveal. He disappears, and they zoom out, and the whole thing is gone. Again, well
Yeah, I was
done,
like,
well
wait a
edited.
second. Yeah, they were just in the middle of that road.
How will we ever get out of this lush and very expensive forest?
Now, at what point here does Sir Belvedere tear up the map?
The map. They
Blair
have a
Witch-
map?
Blair Witch joke, everyone. Thank you.
Yeah,
Oh.
I got it. I'm just
okay.
trying to... Eddie's trying to get me to play with him in his rawhide, so sorry. It's like,
Here
I heard
we
the
go.
joke, but I'm trying to... Here we go.
Or after the Knights who say knee.
Absurd.
We are the keepers of the sacred word. Knee, bang, and knee. Whoop.
Whoop. You have to say it like that.
They demand a sacrifice, Jesse.
Okay. Causes them pain, apparently.
Yes, the secret word. We want a shrubbery.
I was going to say, I love it how we got quiet there because we wanted to hear the joke.
I like how we're in the middle of a forest and he wants a shrubbery.
Yeah, What did he say he wanted alive?
A shrubbery.
He
Or you
wants
will
a
not pass through these woods alive.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah, he didn't want something alive. He was threatening.
Well, theoretically,
Oh my
wouldn't
gosh,
the
and this dude.
well,
Still dead.
they got to do an investigation. A murder was.
Yeah, this lady's got to tell the cops. Well, yeah, this knight just drove by and
Rode by.
rode by, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch him go down every single flight of those stairs. by the
Oh,
way.
that's wonderful.
No, there's
You know, again, I absolutely love Terry Gilliam's animations, but I also look at this and realize this was the starting point for people like who did like the Tim and Eric show for cutting at the most corners possible when making animations. Like, okay, Terry, I love you, but I'm realizing I hate what you gave birth to.
and for no apparent reason, we have jumping clouds in the sun.
Bloody weather.
Fucking.
Mindy's gonna say to you later on. So, how was your podcast? And he's like, for 2 hours, I don't know what I saw, but apparently it's funny.
That's Monty Python in general.
Oh my god, this is actually my favorite bit right here. Is the kid who just wants to sing. Oh, this is great. I also
Father,
love
lad, I'm father.
I don't want any of it.
built this kingdom up from nothing. When I started here, it was all swamp. I love the history of his castles.
So build the second one. That's taking the swamp.
The first one sank into the swamp. The second one sank into the swamp. The third one burned down and fell over and sank into a swamp.
To the swamp.
But the fourth one stayed up. And that's what you're going to get. Oh my god, that's so funny to me. But I don't want any of that. I just want to sing.
Stop that! None of that! I hate to say, how many times we've been watching a musical and film we just wanted to do? I was like, no, none of that! None of that!
I can't tell you how many musicals I've been to where I'm like, please stop singing. I know it's a musical, but for fuck's sake, just say you left the oven on. I don't need a song about it.
Like, no singing. I think that's what I said through all of Rent.
You didn't like Rent?
No, I don't like Rent. I'm sorry. I'm not against musicals. Again, I dragged my parents to Spam a lot, which was an interesting experience because my mother is actually not a fan of Monty Python and had never seen Holy Grail.
But can I ask you?
She did not get the jokes.
But can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Would you light my candle?
I don't remember that one.
Oh, damn it.
What's it from? Is that from the
Yes, that's from Glass, Jesse.
Okay.
Glass. I'm not Glass, Rent. Sorry.
Glass? It's like, wait a second.
Well, no wonder.
Yes, Samuel L. Jackson sang to James McAvoy, "Would you light my candle, motherfucker?" I feel like these two guards, and their inability to get simple instructions right. I feel like I work with these people.
I feel like they're my kids.
I feel like they're my parents.
Good. Everyone we know is dumb. Moving on.
Like, look, I'm just going to go downstairs for a second.
Colton, don't come down the stairs. Okay. Dad, I'm coming down the stairs. I need bread.
I need bread. Yes. Son, I need you to cover me up. Oh, okay. I'll be up there in a second. You can't do that yourself? Nope.
So why was one of your sons punching the other one in the eye today?
Oh, Lord, this story.
Oh, my gosh, man. All I know is that Caleb comes walking in. Colton is right behind him, like steadily punching him right in the ass. And I'm like, what is he doing? Why is he doing that? And he's got this, like, he's pissed. He is pissed off. And we're like, Colton, stop hitting your brother. And he pulls away. He's got his middle finger extended. And he's been apparently punching Caleb with his middle finger all the way from the living room to the sunroom. Punch, 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 punch. And
Your son has a remarkably strong middle finger. If I tried that, my middle finger would break.
I said, Colton, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Well, he said that I was a noob. And I was like, you do not put your middle finger up, dude. That's not what we do around
here. Don't take your middle finger and jam it in your brother's ass.
I wasn't poking him with it. I was like, you were hitting him with it. You're not supposed to be putting your middle finger up.
So this guy's trying to write a letter all incognito.
Again, two dumbest guards on the planet.
This is all supposed to be sneaky, by the way.
Well, it apparently worked.
I have no clue.
Oh, no.
Oh, God, I remember somebody edited that scene into the Battle of Helm's Deep. In Lord of the Rings.
Message for you, sir. All right, so what does this thing say?
To whoever finds this note, I have been imprisoned by my father. See, the joke here is that it sounds like a damsel in distress.
Yes.
Yeah, it's basically the plot line of Legend of Zelda.
Huh.
Or Rapunzel.
Or Super Mario Odyssey.
I'm not quite dead, sir. You should not have been mortally wounded in vain.
I think I can pull through, sir.
That's me on a podcast.
I can't remember the damn words.
Yeah. Idiom, Jesse?
Most likely.
There's the princess.
Isn't she lovely? Fucking dead silence. Nice guys.
I actually never thought about anything about her looks. I just hated that dress and that ugly as hell headdress. Just those flowers, like, just hanging over her forehead. It looks so ugly.
Listen, there's never an ugly bride on her wedding day.
No, just ugly accessories.
Right.
That's that's what I was thinking.
You got to remember, I'm actually a former wedding photographer. I've seen a handful. It's like, oh, the bride is so beautiful. Why the hell did she choose that headpiece?
What made you give up? What made you give up photography?
The day I shot a wedding and somebody leaned into the aisle with a camera phone and got in the middle of the shot.
Nice.
No, seriously, I lost. My dad and I were. My dad was a wedding photographer. I worked with him basically the day that everyone decided, oh, hey, my aunt's got a camera phone and she understands composition a little bit. She'll take my wedding pictures. That's the day we said, screw it.
I asked because one of my friends is a professional photographer, and she does, does a lot of weddings, but also does like family photos and stuff like that. Here we go.
Yes. Oh, this is awesome.
To get there, and it was like the same shot over.
Yeah, and all of a sudden this turns into a Sam Peckinpah film.
What the hell is going on that?
I love it that these people aren't even in his way. He's just like, slashy, slashy.
Sir Hack and Slash. Oh, here comes the bride. Boom!
There goes the bride. I hate those flowers.
What?
Again, these people aren't even in his way or putting up a fight.
He has some cocaine and he's smelling it. He just comes up behind him with a sword.
Fair one, behold your humble servant, Sir Lancelot of Camelot. You got my note. You come to rescue me.
Yeah.
And now he's going. No! Stop that!
No singing.
No singing. Let's not jump to conclusions.
You killed all those guards. Killed a wedding guest. I thought your son was a lady.
I can understand that.
You didn't mean to. You put your sword in his head. Very good pig country.
I never caught that he said pig country. I guess I always thought he said big country.
Oh, jeez.
Prince Grud's wet thud.
Wet thud. Oh, everybody's like horrific. Oh, no.
And he goes insane again. Kill, die. What, does nobody else watch Drawn Together?
It's been a while. He killed the best man.
Didn't he kill at this point?
He killed my auntie.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Spin it.
Let's not bicker and argue about who killed who.
Oh, I love the look on the bride's face here. She's like, really?
He's not quite dead. Since the near fatal wounding of her father.
Wait, isn't the father the one who got the sword through the head?
Oh no.
I'm gonna narrate this guy getting killed.
He died.
I just love that he's just trying to find some way to get a positive out of this whole experience.
Look, the dead prince. Maybe we're gonna finally get our musical.
I think I'll be quoting. I'll be quoting. He's not quite dead for quite a bit here. Oh.
No, not like that. Not like that. He's going to tell. He's going to tell.
Damn it.
Whee! Out he goes.
Not quite.
God, it looks like the video I saw today of people fucking up on swings into the water.
No.
Oh, yeah. There's the one with the cat again.
You see, Jesse, she's beating a cat. That's funny. Get it?
What?
Dead silence.
Shit. No shrubberies here. Oh boy, I'd love to walk into a landscaping place and ask them that very specific question. Excuse me, sir.
I'd like to buy a.
Are you
dude? If you
Are
walk
you
into
kidding me? I'm pretty sure they asked that on the application for all new employees.
yeah, I'm pretty sure if you walk into a Lowe's or a Home Depot, like, do you have a shrubbery? Someone will kick you in the dick.
Yeah, I would say so. Because trust me, every high school student before you has pulled that.
Yes, I'm sure. Damn it.
Oh, what times are these when passing ruffians can just say knee at will to old ladies?
God, what was the wig budget for this movie? I mean, they've all, every time the new character appears, they've all got different wigs, different beards, mustache. Oh my god.
Did you say a shrubbery? Yeah, but shrubber. Roger the shrubber. What's your name? What's your name? Shropshire Slasher. What's your occupation? Shropshire Slasher.
Shropshire Slasher.
That's a reference, Jesse.
That's a nice shrubbery.
We are now the knights who say, "Ake, patang, zoom boing,
Zoom boing.
Rosa."
Yeah.
Okay, all right now. Yeah,
I like
this
what Jesse's using his "this is getting silly" voice. And then when you have found a shrubbery, you must place it here beside this shrubbery, only slightly higher.
This fucking guy with the helmet and the fucking visor.
You must cut down the mightiest tree in the forest with a herring.
Oh, come on. It can't be done.
Do you have any idea how many people have rewound all the scenes with the Knights of Knee to see if they actually said that word
Earlier in the
previous
future.
conversation? Yeah.
He's checking in and sneaking away and buggering off, chickening out.
Chickening out to Singapore.
I'm just waiting for him to kill that guy. turn around and fucking shove my sword through him.
Oh, don't worry. The minstrel gets a better fate than that. No, Eddie.
He's the dog that says rough.
Yes, he is the dog who says rough. That might have to go on Facebook.
There it is again.
Oh, jeez.
Now we're still dealing with this unexplainable murder. And so Arthur and Belvedere set on their search to find the Grail, or whoever, the enchanter of whom the old men have spoken of.
Quick exposition.
Yeah. And there was much rejoicing. Yay! Jesse, have you ever heard someone use that phrase before, and there was much rejoicing?
Yes, I've heard
Yay!
Okay.
that. Oh, boy.
Is everything starting to make sense now? Is it all starting to click together?
Oh, yeah, sure. Everything makes sense here.
You just saw what happened to Robin's minstrels, I hope.
What happened? He got stuck in the snow?
No, they were forced to eat Robin's minstrels, and there was much rejoicing.
Oh, okay.
And then winter gave spring and summer passed and went straight on to autumn. In the Midwest, we call that Thursday.
Yes, indeed. It's the A-Team theme.
Actually, it kind of does sound a little like that. Okay, I've actually got a friend who cosplays as this character.
It's Tim.
Yes.
Well, this should be interesting. Oh,
This
wow.
is where everybody for our budget went.
You know what bothers me about this? Like, if you play D&D and you play like a first level wizard, one of the spells you'll start off with is Magic Missile. But, it still takes a fair bit of concentration and at least a day to learn your spell. He's just throwing magic missiles for no reason.
Nerd. Actually, I play as a bard in D&D. I just couldn't resist the joke.
I am an enchanter.
Every scene, it's the visor. Every time.
I love that that's the one thing you keep noticing.
Yeah, like no matter how many jokes there are in this, it's just like that damn visor.
Oh, shit.
So the guy with the horns there, with the magic missiles, Jesse? That's Tim.
Tim? That's a very, very imposing name.
There are some that would call me Tim.
Tim. I gotta tell you, I love watching this with you guys. I don't get to watch a lot of Monty Python here at home. My husband Andre, I love that he doesn't really get British humor. He doesn't like the dry wit. And I always joke that it's because he's from Romania and Eastern Europeans just don't get British humor.
Listen, I grew up on fucking Benny Hill, so, in Danger Mouse. So I definitely have a thing for British humor.
Oh, I love Danger Mouse. I've actually just started re-watching Count Duckula again.
That's also a very good... I used to have that on DVD, but I got rid of... Once I started
One
buying
of
a lot
the
of
best
digital
theme
stuff...
songs of all time.
Count Duckula. You ever watch Count Duckula, Jesse?
Oh, hell yes.
Are you aware of it from where you lived in Russia?
By that time, I had 4 channels.
In Soviet Russia, duck bites you.
God, the scene goes on
Mark,
forever.
I am saying this flat out. We cannot spoil this upcoming scene for Jesse because the reaction is just too priceless.
Okay.
So no spoiling what's coming up next.
Got it. All right, Tim's going to lead them forward.
But he's warning them that something's up ahead.
Okay. All right. Now I know this meme. Fucking GIF. Whatever you want. It's weird how I've never seen this movie, but I know what's coming next.
Yeah, you know the
That's
bits.
like-
I think a lot of it is because the setting.
Well, that in this movie is so ingrained in pop culture. It's like
It is.
joking about watching a Stephen or reading a Stephen King book, and you complain about the tropes, and you realize, of course, you complain about the tropes. He wrote the tropes.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
That's actually a pretty cool shot of them all crawling out of the skull's nose.
Yeah. Again, this movie is very well shot.
All right, they're all going to dismount
Where
from
in the
their horses.
hell? Okay.
Translation: we can't afford to pay the extras who play at our horses anymore. You're all fired. Again, I keep making budget jokes, but this movie was notorious for all the things they had to come up with to cut corners because they were on the tightest budget imaginable.
Keep me covered. All right, there it is.
Yeah.
There's the monster.
It is the rabbit.
You silly sod.
I don't know. All of a sudden, Tim's got a Scottish accent.
You tit! I soiled my
you
armor. It's a killer.
Oh, who's gonna be the red shirt that jumps out here and gets this shit?
It can leap
By the way,
about.
you ever notice that at the start of this scene, all of a sudden they have like 3 or 4 more knights?
That's the one. Here we go. Okay.
Look!
Oh, jeez.
It's like burning the priest, right, Jesse?
Oh my gosh! Didn't see that shit coming. The fucking head went off immediately too. Is what's fucked
That's
up.
cool. He's got nasty, sharp teeth. Charge!
There's a set of bunny slippers that have a bunny rabbit with bloody fangs coming out. I want them so badly.
This fucking rabbit's like Yoda from the second prequel.
Massacring these knights.
Run away! No, don't leave your shield there, asshole. Look at the bones!
And again, that joke just starts coming out of nowhere.
We'll taunt it. We'll make it so angry it might make a mistake. That's sound logic. We have the holy hand grenade.
Oh boy.
Anyone listening to this, we always set up Mark always sets up a group chat for us to talk before we start recording. Today's group chat was called Holy Hand Grenade.
Yep. It's a bit I do pretty often.
I think I've quoted this scene in church a couple of times too. I really like pissing off Episcopalians.
I have learned enough about Jesus today. You shall all learn about Monty Python.
Whenever I think about this, I always think about the bit in Family Guy where somebody says something to Meg about Monty Python. She's like, "I don't know Monty Python. I'm a girl."
Do you guys ever watch classic Powerpuff Girls? There's a really great homage to this in an episode from Mojo Jojo. It's so freaking funny.
We talked about that last year on TV Party.
Oh, well, I know we talked about it. I couldn't remember if we talked about the joke or not, though.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't re-listened to that podcast in I don't know how long.
Fucking carps of anchovies.
Breakfast cereals and fruit bats and skip ahead, brother. Yeah, again, I think I just randomly quoted this when we were supposed to be reading from the scripture or something in the middle of church. Hey, if my parents would have dragged me to church early on Sunday out of one of only 2 days, I get to sleep in because I got to go to school. I am going to have some fun with it.
They will learn. They will learn either let you sleep or face the Monty Python wrath.
I love that line. 5 is right out. I say that. if something involves counting to 3, I always say 5 is right out. 5 is right out.
Is right out.
You should count no more than 3.
Sight shall snuff it.
1, 2, 5.
And the bunny is gone.
Oh.
And the cops are hot on their tail.
Gosh.
We're getting to the end of this movie, thankfully.
For the record, there's a great joke I gotta tell you guys when we get to the ending. But I'm saving it.
Want to find this Holy Grail in this cave. All the bones!
Along with the troll treasure.
And the Arkenstone?
Yes.
Or wait. No, never mind.
I don't get it.
Two different... Of course you don't.
Of course you don't. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the uncultured swine.
Like, seriously, dude. Monty Python's one thing, but you don't get J.R. Tolkien.
I don't. Did
I'm
you
sure
see the? Did you see the Hobbit movies?
It's been a while.
The last words of Joseph of Arimathea. Sorry, he who may find the Holy Grail in the castle of
No, it's not it's I actually remember this was the first scene I ever saw of this movie when I was little. I caught this scene, and then in later years when I finally saw the movie in whole, I was like, oh, I remember seeing this scene on TV. And being very confused why they were having an argument if somebody died while carving something. Oh, I do love this. You notice that Sir Robin in the background is hidden mostly by his shield. It's because they're both played by Eric Idle. So they have an extra playing Sir Robin in the background and not saying anything but hiding his face.
Nice.
I love that. The back of the throat.
What the hell?
Legendary black beast of
Keep running.
It's like a Scooby-Doo episode.
Oh, jeez.
Again, I've seen so many reviews that when they're reviewing an animation movie, suddenly there's a huge plot hole or just a massive animation error. They're like, what, did the animator suffer a sudden heart attack? And they cut to that scene.
Yes,
okay.
the Bridge of
Yep,
Death.
I know this one. Wow. I'm seeing
You gotta
24.
realize they actually built this bridge across this this chasm. They had to make this thing look so frail. They probably had like no safety inspectors on it whatsoever. She's like, okay, Graham, John, Terry, now you're gonna walk across that thing and remember, no nets.
There's another bit I like to do. The answer my 5 questions. What is your
3
name?
questions.
3 questions. What is your name? What is your quest? What is the airspeed philosophy of an unladen swallow? You ever do that to somebody? Like, you can have, it's like they ask you for something at work. You're like, you can have it, but you must answer my 3 questions. Then give them the one about the swallow.
I'm telling you right now, they have a real, at least, Lancelot. Is it Lancelot that has the problems with 3 and 5 here?
No,
it's
King Arthur.
King Arthur, okay.
And Sir Galahad's the one who keeps correcting him.
Yeah, I think Justin Thomas shared this one with me on YouTube. So you've got to watch this, at least this, to understand, funniest part of Monty Python.
Well, the other thing that's great about this scene is that it's one of the few scenes that if you watch it, you don't need any build-up, you don't need any explanation of what's going on with this character. You know that these are knights on a quest, and they got to get across the bridge. You can watch it without. For the record, does anyone actually know what the capital of Assyria is?
And there goes Sir Chickenhead. Brave. Jesse knows this is about where I start getting tired.
About 10:30, yes, sir.
Maybe if you're lucky, Alexis, I'll start hallucinating.
I just had to check my battery life on my phone there. Down to 60%. I think I can make it to the movie.
That was not his favorite color, apparently.
Nope.
African or European? What?
I'm pretty sure there's a shirt available on T-Fury that actually has the mathematical formula for the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow.
Oh, come on. I can do this. I can stay up a little bit longer.
The movie's almost over. It is almost over. We're down the last
10 minutes.
The last 6.
That's with credits. Oh, wait a second. There's an intermission, Mark. Take your naps now.
Here I go.
I knew that was coming, and I was just like, somebody say something.
They're going to make it across.
Yeah, again, they had to build that bridge and cross it.
It's frightening.
I have to use the Pramalot.
I was wondering if they were going to catch up with at least some of them there. All right. Fucking visor. Every scene, I swear, he's lifting that thing.
I think somebody needs to find a replica of that helmet with the visor for Jesse for Christmas next year.
Yeah, he's getting it. He's getting it from me.
Oh, the wise one, Belvedere.
Exactly. So she
again. It wouldn't surprise me if that visor was just seriously a problem. It kept falling down, and they just wrote the joke. Oh, he's constantly lifting it because it wouldn't stay up.
Yeah. Vikings have showed up now. Now we got trouble.
I actually don't
Just
remember this.
Amon Amarth will come right off of there.
See, I was actually thinking of the boat from that the travel scene in the Mortal Kombat movie.
Oh, there you go.
Mortal Wombats!
Dun, 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 dun. I'm ruining this scene.
Judgment Night!
Give me that shit, you fucking bald-headed bastard.
Bald-headed bastard.
I think I missed something.
I'm gonna make the white man call. I'm gonna make the white man call me master.
Oh, Black Jesus!
Dude, I just yelled that at work recently.
That doesn't surprise me.
I just walked into I walked into booking and I just yelled and I randomly yelled at "All Black Jesus" and just kept on walking.
Yeah, I'm just remembering. So I have this. I don't know if I still have it. I used to have this movie on DVD. I remembered there was an option that you could put on subtitles that were just quotes from Shakespeare's. Like, for those who hate Monty Python, a different script, and it just had random Shakespeare quotes show up in place of the actual dialogue.
Something completely different.
Does Mother know you're wearing her drapes? That's not Shakespeare, but
No, that was No, sorry. Now I'm just staring at my DVD rack, wondering if
Fucking
I think
Frenchman.
that was. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, yeah. Subtitles for people who don't like the film, taken from Shakespeare's Henry IV, Part 2.
I unclogged my nose in your direction.
Did they cut? Are they back at this castle? The same castle?
The French migrated.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually never understood that if they were back at it or if the French just...
That would have been
assumed it was
hilarious. Like, they had been there before and then came back.
You know, maybe it's just one of those whatever you think is funnier is the real version. First, my pimples at you and call your door opening request a silly thing.
The tiny brain wipers of other people's bottoms. It's gross.
And for the record, we're never told exactly what that is they're getting dumped on.
Make castanets out of your testicles.
That one dude said fuck off. I swear he did.
Maybe it's like one of those Disney edits where something got mixed up in the editing and you just swear to God you actually heard Robin Williams say a curse word.
Well, are we want to go with the horse again? Or
No,
the Trojan rabbit?
Oh,
They-
no. Don't spoil it, Mark. Don't spoil it for him.
I honestly don't remember how the movie ends, so.
What? Where?
Budget.
Okay.
Again, you see scenes like this, it's like, and this is where the other part of the budget went.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Eddie, I'm sure there's some corgis there to fight as well.
Attack corgis.
Hey, corgis were considered to be the method of transportation for the fairy folk.
For the what?
Fairy folk. I'm serious. There were legends that fairies would ride into battle on corgis.
All right. So this army's been, just keeping back a few hundred yards the whole time.
Sure, they gotta watch their rear.
I
Why
got
not?
it. Okay. He's going to do some damage. They're still over there yelling insults.
Charge! I have always wanted to just stand in front of a bunch of people and yell, charge! And just see what happens. Bucket list, I guess.
French persons.
Why are the art? This is a weird formation.
Oh, you're
I-
kidding me.
Now I remember this. Yeah.
Just throw a blanket over his head?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's an offensive weapon, that is.
And we're done.
Oh, okay. All right, then.
Now, somebody made a meme. I remember sharing on my wall that someone said, "End of Monty Python and the Holy Grail. The DM is just sick and tired of all the players' crap and finally just says, okay, you know what? Police show up, everyone's arrested, game over, go home." And I have never been able to unthink that every time I watch this movie.
Oh, my gosh. Where's the credits?
They were
Yeah.
before the movie, remember?
Oh, that's
the moose,
right. Good point.
All
The
right.
moose! The moose!
Good point.
All right,
Mark,
Jesse.
you didn't fall asleep.
No, I made it.
You made it, man.
So what did you
Well,
think?
that was
Je-
interesting. What did I think? I know
Yeah.
that's, yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
Wait, I need to hear from you about this. What did you think?
That was different. I'm glad I can say that I've actually watched it now. And it
People
was
stop
funny.
harassing
I mean,
you.
Yes, I've watched that fucking movie. Thank goodness. I had a fun time. There's definitely some hilarious parts in it. It's absolutely absurd in some spots. For a movie that came out in 1975, probably one of the better comedies that I've watched from 1975. I can't say I've watched too many, but
How does
this
it
is
rate?
up there.
How does it rate against your biography, Moscow on the Hudson?
The problem is I don't think I've seen that movie either, and we've already covered that on another show. But no, I'm glad I got to watch it with you guys. That was fun. That was, like I said, it wasn't much different from you guys reciting the movie to me, which I thought was going to happen. But I think that's what Holy Grail is all about. So I had a good time.
Yeah, it's still funny to me. I mean, is it? Do I laugh as much as the very first time I saw it? I think it's just like the humor just comes out of nowhere with a lot of it. And then it becomes like a treasured memory. And so even if I don't laugh as much now, it's still up there. I still enjoy it. So, Alexis, I'm going to give you the final word on this, and then you can just go right into your plugs.
You know, it's actually been a while since I've watched this movie with other people, and it's so much fun just to hear other people laughing at some of your favorite parts and to get to join in on that. This is a movie you want to watch with friends, and yeah, I loved hearing Jess's reaction the first time, just the whole, what the hell? How did we happen to inscribe? Don't ask.
Very good. Well, let me just real quick. I want to say my favorite part of the movie was John Cleese taking an hour to get to the front of that castle, and then when he does, it's like,
visor?
well, I love the visor, but when he shows up and he just wrecks that whole wedding party, killing everybody to get to the top.
That was the original Red Wedding.
Oh, all right.
Spoilers.
All right, Alexis, go ahead with your plug. Sorry.
I've been laughing at this so much I forgot how to get my plugs ready to go. Okay.
I was laughing so hard I forgot what I do for a living.
So yeah, Honeysuckle Rose Creations, the intersection of geek and chic. Right now we're putting a bunch of new. I think I've been saying this same thing for the last month, but that's because we are on our down season right now. We're not doing any conventions until March. We're expanding our online work. We're building up inventory. We just put a bunch of new wire wrap dice necklaces, a couple of new bracelets on our Etsy and Handmade at Amazon stores. So be sure to check them out. This is getting aired before Valentine's Day, right?
This is live, baby.
Oh, of course it is. Perfect gift for the geeky Valentine in your life. Honeysuckle Rose Creations. You can find us on, again, Etsy, Handmade at Amazon. We're also on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Honeysuckle Rose Creations. We don't know where we are in time.
What day is it?
Where are my pants? All right, I'll just make this really quick. Tomorrow night, Saturday, is boxing on Fox, Premier Boxing Championships. Pat and I will be doing yet another live commentary. Why listen to the bozos at Fox or PBC commentate the fight when you can listen to the punchy pugilist, Mr. Toxic Masculinity, and your favorite mandated reporter give you the 411 in all things boxing. We're going to call it as we see it, and I'm sure it'll end in disaster, just like every other boxing match. This past week, we did penance on source material for the Adam Warlock and Thanos podcast. No, which
Fucking confused is what you are.
no, it was the Ultraman team up. That's what it was.
Super blog team up, Mark Radulich.
Okay.
Yes, son of a bitch.
For the Super Communist team up, we did this penance.
Communist.
The Redemption of Speedball. Myself and Robert Winfrey reviewed Glass. I did my very best, my professional best, to give you an honest review of that movie without my personal opinion, which my personal opinion was I wish I had had the 2 hours back of my life. Woof, that was rough to get through. Jesse and I reviewed the new Papa Roach. Who do you trust? We found out we trust nobody. And then Thursday, everywhere you look, as I mentioned earlier, Mr. Toxic Masculinity and myself reviewed Fuller House Season 4. Next week is all Runaways all the time. We've got the complete Runaways Volume 2. We've got Runaways Season 2 brought to you by the good people at Marvel and Hulu. Jesse Starcher and I on the Metal Hammer of Doom will look a pale horse named Death right in the mouth. So at some point, I'm also going to have to fit into my schedule that I got to watch The Crown Season 2, because we're going to talk about that on Thursday with Andrew Graham and his lovely wife. And then we got more boxing on Saturday. So we got a loaded card of stuff here for us to be watching. So I hope you all come back and enjoy our various podcasts and all the content that we're putting out. Jesse, take me home, baby doll.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am the starch that says plugs. Go give the Radulich in Broadcasting Network Facebook page a like to stay up on top of all the great podcasts that we have to offer. All sorts of content. Mark just ran it down there for you. All you have to do is go find yourself a podcast platform, type in Radulich. Should be able to find the show, subscribe, or just download an individual episode if you want. And we're on Spotify, we're on iTunes, TuneIn Radio, Stitcher, iHeartRadio. So yeah, we're out there, baby dolls. Just like Mark says, baby dolls. I'm ready to get out of here. Mark Radulich, sign off, my friend.
All right. We are the knights who say knee. And we also say...
And the corgis who say woof.
We also say we look forward to offending you again in the future.